bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man, I got paint, I boost up my rating, you know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations, they can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me. You like the top of you.
In Oakland, our tribute to the coach, the John Madden legacy game. I'm Brandon Gaudin here to take you through the proceedings, and coming up, we're going to tell the story of a man. The Coliseum back to its original 70s glory. What a scene.
Ne yaptı lan o?
And we're underway in the John Madden legacy game. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start.
Ben de çok anlıyorum ya Amerikan futbolundan.
Not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
So as we mentioned at the top, well, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High, eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon, and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1950
tries for Rice, intercepted.
At hadi lan.
Safety Ed Reed, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Oğlum atsana. L2 yaptık.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand in big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on fourth down.
Yine kötü vurduk.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Right, here's Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. But Charles, you mentioned Coach was a 21st-round draft pick back in 1958. Was the Philadelphia Eagles who selected him. But unfortunately for John, knee problems, they just continued to dog him. He was hurt in his first training camp. Actually never saw the field as a player in the NFL. But it was still during his time with the Eagles. You and I were talking about this before going on air, that you could start to see the light bulb going on for what his career path might entail.
And it went on in a big way, didn't it? Because while he was rehabbing his knee, he started to spend a lot of time breaking down film with the Eagles, with quarterback Norm Van Brocklin, the future Hall of Famer and future head coach in the NFL. Remember, Norm Van Brocklin coached with the Falcons, he coached with the Vikings. And was there during that time. I think Coach Madden realized his love of football and love for teaching, combining all that together, and that meant being a football coach. So in 1960, began his coaching career at a small college south of San Luis Obispo called Allen Hancock, and then later at San Diego State University under another legendary coach, the guy who could throw it around pretty well, Don Coryell.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They decide pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack.
Coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the AFC making their way out, and it's one of Coach's favorites, another local guy, Tom Brady, who will be at the controls. And boy, Coach always admired the way number 12 can run an offense, and especially his ability to stay calm under pressure.
Tom Brady is a guy who's always looking downfield. He never looks at the rush. He hangs in the pocket, and he makes a throw. He's a cool guy, and he's a tough guy. Let me tell you, there's no one calmer in the pocket than Tom Brady.
And I know that Coach has a great appreciation for Tom Brady, who turned 45 back on August 3rd, because Coach coached a guy like him in George
Yayındayım oğlum. Amerikan futbolu oynuyorum.
In this game, it features legends and active players. Tom Brady qualifies as both.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Allen.
Yeah.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever.
Ne oluyor lan ha?
The AFC with a football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. On the draw, here's Allen. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Charles, you know, it was in the early 1960s that a young John Madden made the acquaintance.
Oho, adamlar touchdown yapacak ya.
Davis, of course, and the two they really bonded would become one of the best
Yürü oğlum.
duos in NFL history. And to take it a step further, Al Davis became someone who John referred to as his best friend.
Yeah, 1967, Brandon.
Şık bir pas oradan. Ama sıyıramıyor.
This was still the AFL at that point. We had not merged totally with the NFL. And Coach Madden, he paid dividends almost immediately. Helped the Raiders win the AFL title in 1968. And that meant a date with the Green Bay Packers in what was now known as Super Bowl II. But by 1969, at the age of 32,
Selam Meriç'im. American futbol oynuyoruz. American.
And what a ride he, the Raiders, and the NFL were about to go on.
With the NFC offense coming out here, and you know, Charles, Coach Madden always said that if he had one drive to win a game and he had to pick a quarterback,
yok diğer adam daha taşaklıydı.
But I think if you asked him to omit any of his Raiders players, there's a good chance the guy he'd select would be Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is always smiling. He's always laughing. He's always talking to someone. He remembers that it's a game. And if it's a game, you should have
3 kişilik cover yapsak, geri kaçsak. Sen Mike yapalım.
One of the players was telling the coach, every time I say it's a game, you say it's a business. And every time I say it's a business, you say it's a game. But coach,
Yıkın lan.
Charles, you talked about John Madden and the Raiders going on a ride. Try these numbers on for size. In 10 seasons as a head coach, the Raiders won their division 7 times. They finished second the other 3 times, and he became the youngest coach to amass 100 career regular season victories, and is still, to this day, the franchise leader in wins.
And when you think about it, that's where that rivalry with Kansas City really took root. As did the expression commitment to excellence. And boy, was it personified by the players who played for Coach Madden.
Adam müthiş yakaladı.
Kenny Stable, wide receiver Cliff Branch, wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff, tight end Dave Casper, to name a few. How about those great linemen?
Hayırdır?
Center Jim Otto, guard Gene Upshaw, tackle Art Shell, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And guys on the defensive side of the ball, The Mad Stork himself, Ted Hendricks, Willie Brown, John Matuszak, Otis Sistrup, and Big Ben Davidson. So many great players, so many great memories.
On third down, the turn to Sanders.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Ben neredeyim amına koyayım ya?
Great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Bakalım nereye koşuyorum amına koyayım? Touchdown'a gideceğim amına koyayım.
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce.
Hayda.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Steps away.
Al onu. Ya.
Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, you think about all the success that John Madden had as an NFL head coach, and he had plenty, and we talked about it, including the 10 straight winning seasons, a Super Bowl title.
Yürü be oğlum. Run Forrest. Ha basacak mıyım R2'ye lan? Ben de basayım. Aynen.
Those tough losses came in high-stakes games because they always had such great success. Think about it this way. 6 times in his 10 years, the Raiders were knocked out near the AFL championship.
Sanırım R2 yapmam gerekiyor.
But might be a divisional round exit. That's the one that bothered him most of all. Three River Stadium, December 1972. Yes, the Immaculate Reception game. Franco Harris grabbing the ball that was deflected. Almost at his shoe tops, he picked it up and took it in for a game-winning score to give the Steelers a 13-7 victory. And partner, anyone who loves black and silver still doesn't believe that ball hit anyone in black and silver that day, and that play should never have counted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Brady.
Lan nereye atıyorsun be?
Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The NFC heading back out. Hall of Famer Randy Moss, a part of this offense. And Coach Madden, boy, he always appreciated the ferociousness with which number 84 attacked the football in the air.
As Randy Moss says,
adam kaçırdı.
up there, dog, and I'll go get it.
And Coach, boy, did he ever go get it. Over 15,000
Allah sana tanımadı.
156 touchdowns. And how about this? From his rookie year of 1998 until 2009, those were his prime seasons, right? He led the league in touchdowns 5 times, but even more so, he showed us all how to go up and get it. Great body control. No one's ever done it better playing the ball in the air.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Throwing is far. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Adam gitti touchdown'a ya. Uf.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Touchdown!
Touchdown yaptılar ama.
George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Dante Hall going to bring it out of the end zone. So we're at halftime with a John Madden legacy game, and now we present a special tribute to the man of the hour, narrated by the Raiders' own Trey Mosley. The AFC going to get the football first here as we are back underway from Oakland in the John Madden legacy game. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
Hadi oğlum yavrum benim hadi. Ah be.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The AFC offense set to take the next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get
Yapacağız Melih taştan yapacağız. Z-spot güzel.
Take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On first down, Brady.
Lan.
Throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So now, Charles, to pick up the story we've been telling, John Madden at 42. He just completed a 10-year stint as the coach of the Raiders. He wants to step away a bit from the grind of coaching, but he doesn't want to step away from the game of football. So he ends up signing on with CBS in 1979 to try his hand at broadcasting. And much like his
Güzel küçültüyor lavuklar bizi ya.
much an instant success.
Partner, he really connected with the people right from the start, and people may not remember, he wasn't even on the #1 team in the beginning. He worked his way up. But the same things that made him a great coach made him a great broadcaster. The ability to show the big picture, yet break it down into the details. That's what he did with his teams. That's what he did with the people. That way, he was simple to understand, yet insightful for viewers. And he did with that big personality that he had, one that connected with everyone.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So for Coach Madden, Charles, by 1981, his broadcasting career is really taking off. He's elevated to the network's #1 booth that calls all the big matchups. And he gets the plum assignment of calling Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals, and he's...
Ya amaç şey işte, bir kere topa dokunuyorsun, sonra pas atıyorsun. 2 kere dokundun mu pas atamıyorsun. Adam amaçların şey, amaç karşı kaleye yaklaşıp touchdown'a girmek. Çok ağır kas isteyen, güç isteyen bir oyun. Ben şeyi çok seviyorum ya. Geçen Twitter'da şeyi gördüm. Vikings diye bir takım var. Neydi? Los Angeles Vikings miydi? Hatırlamıyorum ismini. Girişleri mükemmeldi ya. Şu anda bu şey maçı, All Star maçı.
Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8. Favre. He lets this one fly to the back of the end zone.
Ben kaçırdım onu ya.
Touchdown NFC. Randy Moss, 33 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive for 4 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really...
Top yakalayamıyor gerizekalı ya.
Because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So through 3 quarters of the John Madden legacy game, it's the NFC Stars and young Coach Madden on top. And we'll be back to the Coliseum after this. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will be
adamlar touchdown'a geldi ya.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. And it is now 21-0.
Ağzımıza sıçtılar ya.
Anderson to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. As you mentioned, CD, talking about John Madden, the broadcaster, he called 8 Super Bowls with Pat Summerall, 3 more with Al Michaels later in his career. He spent nearly 3 decades in the booth all told. And not only was he beloved for his mannerisms, we know that, but he was an innovator as well.
Yeah, Brandon, you talk about things like the telestrator, which totally became identified with him, and now it's a staple for all analysts to have in the booth. And then you think about things like turducken on Thanksgiving, when he used words like boom and pow. He helped create the old Madden team. He was a very popular commercial pitch man. And even the Madden Cruiser was unique, and you had to be someone to get a ride on it, too.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But
Abi ben göremiyorum ki sağdaki adamı. Nasıl bir kamera açısıdır ya?
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
another run here with Sanders. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Well, this has certainly been special. And, Charles, as we wind down toward the end of this John Madden legacy game, your final thoughts?
Well, let's face it, partner, it's going to be hard to overestimate the impact.
So it's a win here for the NFC. Just an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life of John Madden. And before we go, one final message. And for all of us at EA Sports, this one's for you.
Time to decide how you're gonna make your become feeling a little rusty on them sticks.
Learn to play diyelim bakalım ne öğretecek.
Some work in before you start a game.
Bu ne amına koyayım, oyun bug'a mı girdi ya? Allah Allah. Oyun bug'a girdi. Yok, oyun bug'a girdi.